Hey guys, my name is Frank and welcome back to Forza Horizon 3 for the first episode of Face Off. This is going to be a series in which I take two sort of rival cars, or like two cars that are notorious to kind of head off between each other, or maybe something completely out of the ordinary and pitch kind of like a head-to-head you wouldn't really expect. But the first one we're going to go for quite a highly requested one, and I wanted to see for myself what's the difference between these two. It is the Audi R8 V10 Plus and the Lamborghini Huracan. Now the reason why I said I want to see the difference between these two is because they are essentially the same sort of car. Mid-engine, 5.2 litre naturally aspirated V10, which I'll talk about when I drive the cars in a little second. And the fact that they're basically sisters, if you think about it, like the Lamborghini is the Italian version and the R8 is the German version. So we're going to be driving the Huracan first and then onto the R8 to see which I prefer. Now bear in mind, it's got nothing to do with lap time, it's got nothing to do with how fast the car is, it's to do with how the car makes you feel. So let's find out how the Huracan makes me feel. Right, so we're on the move in the Lamborghini Huracan in the middle of Yarra Valley, but we'll be heading up to the rainforest right now to properly see what it's like on tight and twisty roads. Now there's the first good mark for me, it is the noise. Big 5.2 litre naturally aspirated V10. Now take note of that, it is naturally aspirated. This is one of the few supercars left running today that has no assists. It's pure engine. That's it. There's no turbochargers, no superchargers here. It is just the engine at its work doing its best. And oh my god, it is good. It is freaking good because it pumps out 602 horsepower, 413 foot-pounds of torque, and it's got a 0 to 60 time of 2.8 seconds, which is blisteringly quick, and a top speed in Horizon 3 of 211 miles an hour. Now the reason why it is that quick is obviously down to the power and obviously down to the torque, but it has a brilliant all-wheel drive system. It is great for pinging you out of corners, and it is great for just handling overall, because I've driven this thing a lot in Horizon 2 and it was one of the best handling cars in that game, and I have to say I think they've improved it even more in this game. I have driven it before, not recording, and Jesus, it's good for grip. It is very good for grip. There is a slight bit understeer, but you can always sort that out with a good bit of clutch kicking and the handbrake, which we shall demonstrate in a little second. Like now. There we go, see? And I love how it just pulls you back into line as well, if you just decide to be hoonigan. There we go. So it does have like the Audi R8 style of 70% of the power to the back and 30% to the front, which I think has got to be the best layout for an all-wheel drive system, because you can still have fun and get sideways like that if you just really boof it through the corners, and it's there as a little nanny assist. Let's just say that it's like a little nanny assist. It's like, yes, you've been a bit too naughty, I think you're time to come back in line now. It's a really good all-wheel drive system, especially in the Audi. I've got to say that Audi's a wee bit better because it does allow you to play around a bit more. But yeah, getting back to the actual Lamborghini itself, the looks of this thing was a wee bit of a controversy back in the day in 2014 when it first came out, because a lot of the journalists and everything, including Top Gear, were saying it isn't as striking as a Lamborghini should, but at the same time, I kind of like that, because it's nice to see something different from Lamborghini, because like the first generation Gallardo, you've got to admit, it wasn't exactly the most prettiest thing, it wasn't exactly the most striking thing, it was more sedate looking, and I never thought I'd say that about a Lamborghini. Sedate, it's bloody crazy, but yeah, compared to other models like the Countach, the Murcielago at the time, the Gallardo was, or the Gallardo, however way you want to say it, that's what I'm saying, it seemed a bit tamed down. And it's kind of the same thing for the first gen Huracan. So we're going to need to see what it's like when it does get a facelift. So, I don't know. I really don't know. I hope it does look good. And now we're in the interior, which I've got to say, big thumbs up for the interior Lamborghini, because it's a lot more simpler, it's a lot more better laid out than the Aventador, because with the Aventador you've got everything scattered all over the place. You feel quite claustrophobic, but in this you don't. I've actually sat in one before at, I can't remember which festival it was, but I've actually sat in one of these in real life and it's a lot more spacious. A lot more spacious. The only thing, just like the Aventador, which I don't like, is the steering wheel is a wee bit too close to your face. It's kind of higher up, if you know what I mean. So you're sitting really low and it feels like you're putting your hands up a wee bit to try and grab the steering wheel. But some people might like that, and I'm sure you can adjust it as well for people that want to adjust it. But it's a nice interior overall. Everything is where you would expect it to be. Same with the digital dials, they look really cool with the red and blue. Love that colour. Go, 5th gear. Heading up into the Outback. God, these roads are made for these supercars, man. So good. Power! The noise, man. It's so good to actually get an instant throttle response, because with cars like the 650S and the 488 now, it's not immediate because they've got turbos. They do take their time, but with this, bam, that's you, just on the throttle very easily. I know them cars, oh shit, sorry Celine, I know them cars are trying their best to kind of like hide the fact that they do have turbos, more on the Ferrari side for that one, but yeah, you cannot beat a naturally aspirated V10. You really can't, in terms of noise, in terms of just rawness. So good. We're going out. There's the little understeer that I was talking about when you get into corner a wee bit too quickly. But if you just let off, it will go round perfectly. Down at the 4th. And it's not a hard car to drive, guys. Because of the all-wheel drive system and just how good it is, you can get in here no matter what age you are. If you're a granny or a freaking 17-year-old who's just passed his test. Absolutely astonishing. And it probably has to be the same for the Audi as well. They're both really easy to drive. Brake through the traffic. Into 6th gear. Now apparently the top speed in this thing is 211 miles an hour in the game. So I do not know if I'm going to try this on this road, because it is pretty damn straight. Go. Got 180 miles an hour already, 186. Come on. 193, no, 194. I need to watch out because there's some corners coming up ahead. And there's traffic on the road, so it isn't exactly ideal. But it's a really thrilling car to drive as well, man. It's got a lot of soul behind it. And that's probably what I like about Lamborghini most. They have a lot of soul, because these days, as good as Ferraris are, I would say the last Ferrari with proper soul would be the LaFerrari, because the 488, I don't know, as good as it is, I still think the 458 has a bit more soul to it. I don't know why, it's just the note of the engine so much better. We hit 211, yes, okay, I'm happy with that. We hit top speed on a very twisty road, did not expect that at all. Plus we get quite a lot of freaking points going, man. Holy shit. So this is where it gets interesting, guys. The weight of both of the cars. Now, this Huracan weighs 3,135 pounds, whereas the Audi actually weighs a little bit more than that. It is 3,428 pounds. So you're talking around about 200 oddish pounds off of the Audi for this thing. It is quite light. It is quite light, not the lightest supercar out there, but it is light compared to the Audi. And you can feel it, you really can feel it in terms of the steering, in terms of just getting you out of corners. It just goes. It just freaking goes, man. There's no hesitation or anything like you would have with a freaking turbocharged car. Thank you, freaking McLaren. Is that because I was talking about turbocharged cars? Now, I'm going to be interested to see what Lamborghini are going to do to improve the Huracan in terms of a more track-focused, raw version. And probably it's going to be called the Super Trofeo. I don't know if they're going to stick with the Superleggera name. Personally, I hope they do, because Superleggera is such a cool name. Really, really cool. It's cool to say it as well. Superleggera, yeah, but I don't know what they're going to do here. Obviously, they're going to add a fixed spoiler. They're going to lower it a wee bit, stiffen up the suspension, just the general thing to make the car like faster. Now, it's already got 602 horsepower, but I would say they'd probably boof it up to around about 630 or 640 for the Superleggera. But you can let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think they're going to do to the Huracan Superleggera? I know it's not actually confirmed yet, but I've seen a few spy pics of the thing, and it does look good. It does look pretty damn good indeed. But getting back onto the power of this has 602, whereas the Audi R8 has 610. So 8 more horsepower in the Audi, despite this thing being called the LP610. It's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird, but the Lambo is still a great driving car today. As I said, it has got crap tons of grip, and if you do want to have a little bit of fun, just kick the clutch and hit the handbrake, and you will be sideways. But
hey Frank,
it's time.
You have a friend in an online adventure.
Thank you, Anna. But it's time to switch into the Audi now to see how it compares to its Italian sister. So here she is, guys, the 2016 Audi R8 V10 Plus. I think I'm going to let her do the talking right now. Yes, please. Whew, yep, and you can obviously tell by my reaction, I think it sounds better than the Huracan. I don't know what they've done to it, because it is the basic same engine, but this thing sounds... it's a lot more crackly than the Huracan, and a lot more burbly, which is awesome. And I don't know what the hell's going on with that buggy. It's just like, fuck you, car. Get out of my way. They've just done something for the exhaust on this. Sounds very cool indeed. And I just remember what's to the right of me. You ready for this, guys? Second gear. I'll shut up. Oh, I might need a change of pants. Just when you change the gear in a tunnel, it's just like blah. Oh, I might need to go back through that and actually change down a wee bit. Yep, that's nice. That's really nice. Just the actual fire spitting when you change down there. Holy crap. So 1 point goes to the Audi for the sound. Jesus. Right, let's get down to it then. See how the Audi actually fares when you fling some twisty roads to it. I think we might go up the coast with this thing. I'm just in the mood for it. God, it pulls really good, man. It pulls really good. Even in 6th gear it pulls really well. The acceleration is bloody crazy. Jesus. Now brake. I think they're kind of equal on brakes, the Huracan and the R8. They really are equal. Excuse me, Mr. Revington. Now, I would probably say the Huracan has a little bit more grip, but this gets turned into the corners so much better. Well, I wouldn't say so much better, but just a tad better. There's not really much understeer with it, which is good. Because you can notice it between the cars. Because look at that, the R8 kind of wants to kick its arse out rather than understeer. Let's see what it's like around this long right-hander. We're going to have to brake, because there is houses up here. Don't want to smash into anyone's house. A little bit of understeer there, but oh god, he just let off the gas, and as you've seen, the arse wants to come out. They're very, very equal on the handling front. I've got to give it to the Huracan and the R8. They're very, very equal. I think for a wee bit more fun, I would go for the R8. But if you want to just like be fully focused and just blooming blast down the road, I'd go for the Huracan. It's just my opinion. Can I get enough of that? That freaking spitting fire. Okay. Changed down to second. The arse is coming out again. Yes. That's what we want. That is what we want. So this thing, as I said, it's got the 5.2 litre naturally aspirated V10 from the Huracan, but it has 610 horsepower, not 602. It's got the exact same pounds-feet of torque, 413 foot-pounds, but this is where it differs. In the game, it can go from 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds, and the game can't keep up with that apparently. And it can go 4 miles an hour faster than the Huracan, 215 miles an hour in the game. So yeah, even though it weighs a little bit more, at 3,428 pounds, it can still go faster. It can still go faster than the Huracan and accelerates faster as well. I know it's only 0.1 of a second, but yeah, in the supercar world, that kinda matters. Oh yeah. And now we are in the extremely nice Audi interior. Now yet again, I have sat in this thing, and I've also got to rev it at the Audi dealership in Glasgow, and I've got nothing but good reports. It was obviously a right-hand drive version, because I live in Scotland, and that's what we drive. But this left-hand drive, obviously the exact same layout, apart from the steering wheels on the left-hand side. It's one of the best supercar interiors, just one of the best interiors in general, for just making it feel proper luxurious, because I don't know what Audi do, man. It is bloody gorgeous. So interior wise, I think I would take the Audi interior over the Huracan. It just feels a bit more special. Yeah, I know there's a Lamborghini badge on the Huracan inside the interior, but yet again, I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's such a close call between the two, but I think the Audi just nips for the interior. And it's a lot more eager to get sideways as well. Turn's so smooth. There's no blooming understeer or anything, unless you cock up. It's your fault if it understeers in this car, unlike the Huracan. Yes. Right, so we'll try the Scandinavian flick and see if we can get it a little bit sideways through the corners. Oh god! Because you really need to keep turning in order to get this thing sideways. It's like maximum lock on the steering wheel around them corners there. I've got to give it good grades, seriously. I've got nothing but good things to say about this car. Both in terms of looks, in terms of sound, in terms of handling. It's going to be a really, really close call between this, guys. It definitely is. We'll see how fast, if we can get up to that 215 miles an hour top speed on this road. Because we managed to get 211 out of the Huracan. See if we can do it in the Audi. To 6th gear already. Tight ass corner up here coming. Oh. Out the way. There you go, the Huracan is trying to block me there. Luckily I moved over. I don't think we're going to get it, guys. I think we're going uphill this time. Fuck you, buggy. Fuck you. Fuck you, good. Oh, we're going up now, we're going up now, we're going up now. Come on, Audi. 200. That just ticked over to 200. Come on. Well, I think I've got to say, I think the Huracan gets to its top speed faster, but the Audi takes its time. Definitely takes its time. There's a straightaway coming now, so hopefully we can get there. Oh, that's a bloody tight turn. Grip, Audi, grip, 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 grip. Nearly got into the back of that. Right, so we couldn't really get up to the top speed in the R8, which is a bit of a sin. But overall, it is an absolute fantastic machine, and we're now going to go to the final result. Right, so that's us driven both of the cars now, guys. So here is the conclusion, and the conclusion is I can't pick because they are, as I said, kind of sister cars at the beginning, and I think it just comes down to personal preference. If you like the Lamborghini, then that's your choice, and if you like the Audi, then that's yours, because as I says, they handle so similarly, they sound so similarly, they are basically the same cars, but with a different body, that's what I'm trying to say. But I don't really know. I'm a Lamborghini person, and I'm also an Audi person, so I'm like, I can't pick between the two. I would pick the Huracan for styling, it edges it just a bit. I would pick the R8 for noise, and probably just for having fun in as well. Just the R8, because obviously, as you've seen, you can get it sideways a bit more, a lot easier. Whereas the Huracan, if you're into like proper racing and proper grip focused cars, I would go for that. So they've got a lot of different things about them, but they've also got a lot of similar things about each other. So yeah, I'm going to leave this one down to yous because I cannot pick. I really cannot pick. I prefer the interior on the Audi as well. So if you do tally up the points, the Audi would win. But I'm going to let you guys actually decide for this one because they're like that for me. They're like that. So leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Try not to argue about it, guys. We're not about that here on the channel. Just respect everyone's opinions. So please do that. But yeah, I don't really know what I would pick. Seriously, having sit in both of the cars and I got to rev the R8, I don't know. I really don't know, man. But it's up to you. It's up to you. So anyway, if you have enjoyed the first episode of Forza Horizon 3 Face Off and you want to suggest any more cars that you would like to see me put against each other, then leave them in the comment section below. While you are down there, a like is always appreciated, and thank you very much again for the support, guys. It means an absolute crap ton. So yeah, from me and the two legendary supercars, we shall see you in my next video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.